Hello, scholars. Welcome to another lesson. Today, we are going to learn about how to use resources or how we use resources. Okay, so we already know that there are different types of natural resources. Today, we're going to learn how we can put those resources to good use. Okay, now let's start with our food crops. We can eat our food crops. For instance, we have the tomato plant, we can eat it. This is also a food crop, we can also eat it. So we can eat our food crops as food. Okay, now this is a cash crop, this is rubber. We can use the rubber plant to make tires and shoes. We can use the rubber plant to make tires and shoes. Now this is cocoa. We can use the cocoa to make beverages. Your Bonvita, your Milo are examples of beverages. Okay, and we can also get chocolate from cocoa. So you can see that cocoa is very useful. We get a lot of sweet things from cocoa. And this is cotton, and we get the some of our clothes or some of our clothing materials from cotton. Okay, now let's go over to animals. This is um a poultry. These are birds. We get eggs from the chickens you see here, and we also get meat from them. There are also some other animals that we get milk from. For instance, our cows and our goats, we get milk from them, and we also get hides and skin from animals. Okay, let's go over to mineral resources. Okay, this is tin, and we get containers, soldering iron, and bronze from tin. We get okay. Before we go over to the next one, let's still talk about tin. We just mentioned that we get containers, soldering iron, and bronze from tin. We can find tin in Jos, Kano, Kwara, Ondo, Oshun, and Nasarawa states. Those are the places where we can find tin. Okay, now let's go over to iron. We can get this is iron ore. We can get iron and steel from iron ore, and we can find iron ore in Kogi. Okay, now this is crude oil. We can find crude oil in Akwa Ibom, Imo, Bayelsa, Delta, Rivers, and Ondo states. Now we can get kerosene, petrol, diesel, gas, and so many other things from crude oil. Now this is gold. We can get gold in Oshun, Mina, and Kwara. And we get jewelries from gold. Now the next one is limestone. We can find limestone in Abeokuta, Borno, Sokoto, Benue, Gombe, Calabar, and we can get cement and some other materials from the limestone. Now let's look at what it means to conserve our natural resources. Conserving our natural resources means managing our resources well so that they don't get exhausted. Okay, so anything we do to manage our resources so that they don't get finished, so that at least we still have some left for the next generation to use, is known as conserving our natural resources. So let's look at some ways to conserve our natural resources. The first one I have here is do not pollute the environment. Okay, another way to conserve natural resources is do not put dirt into our rivers and seas. And another one is when you cut down trees, try to plant new ones. And then do not allow crude oil to get into our rivers and seas, because crude oil can actually kill the fishes in our rivers. Okay, so those are the ways of conserving our natural resources. Okay, so thank you very much for being a part of the class. I hope you've learned something today. Okay, so thank you once more for being a